Hey, just sending a tweet to get started, or a channel feed, whatever it is. Checking my volume. I was doing a few camera manipulations that I ended up not choosing to do. So I've been goofing around with the nature of my stream for several minutes now, but let's just play this freaking game. And you know, I'd really like to have someone join in. It doesn't always happen, but I was thinking of I don't know what I was thinking of. Now, I have to do a... oh, you know one thing I was thinking of doing? I was thinking of putting the growth egg on a character, because levels... Gaining levels is now going to matter for at least some characters. So, I might do that. But I was thinking of streaming something professionally instead for my class. But for one thing, I really don't feel like it. I've had a bit of an unusual day. And I don't think I'm really up to it. And I just don't want to. Furthermore, with the strike having ended recently, my union would probably like to know that I'm not doing a ton of extra work, so let's get that hyper ring off and throw on a growth egg. Or you know what, maybe it's better on Gao. I don't really care who gets the levels, I just think extra experience means other people join at higher levels, so growth egg. Yeah, we'll be good. So we're basically here to get 2 espers. And there's little else to get. If we go through Umero's cave, there's a couple of items, but there's not really much in the way of items here. You can get some significant goodies once you've recruited Locke, but I'm intentionally delaying that a little bit. So, I think we'll do Narshe, and then we'll do maybe Phoenix Cave. But I like the idea of getting these useful black magic espers. And I do believe they're all black magic espers. I could be wrong, but I think so. Oh, and I was thinking of doing the ancient castle too, because good source of experience and awesome gear and a couple espers. Or 1 esper, I guess. And it's another place where you don't recruit anyone, which I'm considering a positive. Because if I can recruit Cyan and Locke later, they'll join at a higher level. And seeing as there's no benefit for leveling up them with espers, they can't even equip espers, that's a good thing. Wow, Setzer's attack is pretty bad even compared to Gao's. I mean, of course it is. What I really want is his proc off his staff, which I think is the gravity spell. But you know, maybe I should give him... I should say, give him the fire rod. Fighting Tritosh is going to be terrible if I don't make use of elemental features. So. Fighting Tritosh might be terrible anyway. I don't know exactly how that fight's going to go with this setup. Has he already learned gravity? I think he has. Yeah. So, let's go to Flame Rod. I think we'll do that also. I think the magic evasion is going to end up being key for avoiding a couple of rasps. The MP bonus ends up being a bonus. Yeah. And then maybe Realm will want to switch to a Flame Tongue when the time comes. We'll see. And actually, when I think about it, Gao will want the ice resistance that comes with the Force Armor. At least I think it does. Whereas the Red Jacket only resists fire. So I hate when I just start streaming and then I hear a bunch of noises from upstairs. Oh, it has yet to happen, but I keep having this feeling that I'm going to have to rush off stream, so... And I did a thing where I made it so that I can easily switch to having my chat appear in the video capture, which I think is nice. Because last time I had a couple of people join me, and the chat ended up being relevant. And when I end up archiving to YouTube, those things go away. So it'd be nice to have it in here. I'm not paying too much attention to strategy in these battles, I gotta tell you. I know before I get to Tri-Touch, I'm gonna want Setzer to use Osmos until his MP is full. Strago learned Haste. What's he equipped with again? Quetzali. Okay, great. Kind of cool that they all targeted the guy who was already weakened. I don't believe that's a built-in trait. So when I started, you know, I wanted to have one knight, one thief, one white mage, one black mage in the party at all times. And I kind of pictured my party in general being Locke, Terra, Celes, because they're kind of the main characters. As well as Edgar, pretty much as a knight, although Cyan could also be a knight, but Edgar's still kind of more a main character, was the thinking. Right now I got none of those, so there were reasons for that. I think I picked mostly the lowest level people. In the case of Setzer, it was he had more magic to learn, I believe, compared to Terra and Locke. And Strago has a lot of learning to do. I guess many of my white mages do. Did they get Haste Ga? Someone got Haste Ga. I need to think about using Osmos now. Oh, maybe after this battle, because I'm going to do this. Wait, you have to do this, right? Because they absorb fire? I could be wrong. The levels are certainly coming in. Oh, I forgot about the white dragon. Should I fight the white dragon? I bet I can beat him. What a dumb thing to forget, by the way. I'm so strong with that apocalypse. That's pretty great. It's the most clearly arbitrary part of my semi-arbitrary hack. think I should fight the White Dragon. Let's do it. I forget what he gives you. Yes. That was weird. Does he have a steal? Usually steals aren't such a big deal in this game. Oh dang, he doesn't have shell. Looks like haste is my best buff. Let's try slowing him though. And also firing him. Actually, let's set poison. Poison matters in this game. I guess I don't have some fantastic weapon to use. Oh, that was strong. That was quite strong. This might have been an error. Does he counterattack all physicals? I feel like normally in this game you're so overpowered that you don't think too much about enemy scripts. And then I got used to it when I played through Brave New World. But yeah, usually kind of the enemies are no big deal in this game, to put it one way. But he's taking lots of damage. This shouldn't be too bad. Ooh. That was perfect timing, right when he used that particular attack. Oh, golly. I would call this a battle that's not going especially well. This is a bit of a drag. Crappy way to start. I kind of revived Setzer there, thinking he's probably my best damage dealer, even though he's only got Fire 2. I mean, for now. Yeah. I forget, is that save point up there? Because I really should have done that. Oh, that was unceremonious. Well, the two most important people got it. Okay. Shell, float. Oh, neat. I like that addition. What did I get a force shield? Oh, that's the best. That's tagged so that mages can use it, so that makes an amazing difference. Look at that. Even though it offers 0 defense. I wonder if I can get more than one force shield in this game. I mean, I guess I want Strago to carry it. And how did that affect our learning? He's still matter. Okay. Now all we need to do is not die. Hey, there is a save point. How dumb of me was that to have ignored this. I don't have a lot of Phoenix downs if I'm going through Omero's Cave. I mean, normally I'd be fine, but I'm finding in this playthrough, with the nature of it, I'm dying a lot. So... That battle went well. It would be kind of nice to come into the Tri-Touch battle with Shell. I guess Strago's going to be fine. This is going to be okay. I don't even have an ice shield. It'll be alright. Valiger Band. Can Realm actually damage him even? I'm not sure. Can I set poison? I wonder. I think he's immune to all elements except fire, so... I didn't even notice if Realm was doing actual damage numbers with her weapon. Because I'm thinking about whether to switch to Flame Tongue or not. Let's see again. So Gao did 6. That's considered poor. That was also poor. So what can he do besides be an item chucker? Looks like nothing. He's an item chucker. Well, let's do another attack, because that's super fun. So I can equip a weapon that ignores defense, which would be my only choice as ultimate weapon. But I can also try Flame Tongue. The real damage is going to come from the procs. So I think it's going to end up being that Atma weapon's a lot better. Slowness. Okay, so that's a piece of garbage. I'm not sure that's going to end up mattering, but he does use ice attacks. See? You can see he's super weak against ice, actually. Hey, that's nice and strong. Okay, yeah, we'll be alright. I can always osmose him as long as the entire MP pool isn't drained as well. I forget if haste speeds up the regen ticks, but that would be a bonus. That's nice. That's pretty cool to happen twice. Okay, we're probably almost done this fight, aren't we? He doesn't have some giant bank of HP. That ended up being kind of a neat fight, didn't it? Regen didn't really end up mattering. I thought regen might matter. Strago learned Dispel. Where's that from? The Sage Robe? Oh, the Holy Staff. That is a nice Esper. As soon as we're done with Behemoth, that's what we're gonna do. Let's head back to the trusty save point. Oh, jeez. So Remedy doesn't cure that, right? I need a Revivify item. Or, sorry, Holy Water. Which I have tons of because of Daryl's tomb. I'm glad that keeps missing, because that... Oh. I deserve that. I guess he's missing the magic points, too. That's too bad. It's a minor issue in the face of things that almost happened against the White Dragon. I noticed I missed a space in White Mage for Strago only. Obviously that was an accident. I'm sure it would be easy to fix, but I'm not going to do it on the spot. So. I mentioned it before, but I just keep forgetting, because frankly, it is not terribly important. She's got Ultimate Weapon equipped now. I guess it's okay. It seems to be working. Ignoring defense isn't nice. Is that as strong as she was? Because Ultimate Weapon is normally not a great choice until you're at a pretty high level. Except for a few niche situations. I'm gonna hang on to Realm's turn and see if anyone gets turned into a zombie. Because that seems to be a counter for the wizards. Counters often work in such a way that, and for some reason the scripts are written this way in Final Fantasy V and VI, enemies have 3 possible options with equal probabilities for... Oh, hey. What hack is it? It's my custom hack. It's hard to explain. I've explained it a number of times throughout the playthrough. But the gist is I've played through Final Fantasy 1, 3, and 5 using a strict party of Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, and I wanted to make that possible in other games. So here we are. We've got a weird, custom, personal hack that allows us to be Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage. Oh, I don't know if I'm a ROM. I mean, I've dabbled in it for a very, very long time. As a hobby that I've never gotten very serious about. I did a couple fun things with this one, though. Because I wanted a strict party of Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage. Oh, I wish that didn't happen. White Thief, whatever I've been saying. Knight, Thief, White Mage, Black Mage. There's a part in the game where, right after the Narshe battle, Terra leaves, and then I would be without a Black Mage for a pretty large portion of the game. So I made it so that you could recruit Mog earlier by doing a minor event hack, and I was pretty proud of it, but it's kind of funny how easy it is to make that happen. You only have to modify like 4 bytes. And and you can recruit Mog as soon as you have access to the town of Narshe. Not like, you know, the beginning of the game, but quite near the beginning. Yes, it is. It is indeed. He says FF6 is a well-explored ROM. It's very well said as well. Well documented. Incredibly well documented. And the other game I've played with the most is Final Fantasy 1. So that one's in a similar situation. I can probably get rid of the fire rod. It's not doing me any favors now. It's not doing any harm. You know what? It is going to do me some slight favors. Whatever. But the other game that I've, you know, tinkered with the most, and one of the ones I'm most curious about, is Phantasy Star 4, because that's kind of a personal favorite. And that game, being much less well explored, is kind of tricky to find the things you want to do. One thing I've really wanted to do for a long time is change the font in Phantasy Star 4, and I haven't had any damn luck. So I'm not battling very strategically because now I'm talking about things. That's okay. That's pretty strong. I think I'll keep the Ultima weapon equipped. It's doing just fine. I'm pretty happy that I'm getting a ton of green cherries also. That treasure chest right there is a monster in a box where I am not positive I have any means to beat the monster that is in the box. If I had a ton of Phoenix Downs, I could probably just... I'm not sure what to do there. These enemies still don't like fire for the most part, if I recall correctly, so... Separate characters by class, doing some kind of arbitrary restrictions. Well, the fighter, the knight and thief can't equip espers at all. The white mage, there's no hard-coded esper restrictions like in Brave New World or something like that. But basically, each Esper is designated as either a white magic Esper or a black magic Esper, and I'm only allowing them to equip the ones that are relevant to the character. So yeah, exactly what you've described, but I didn't make that hard-coded. That would make the project substantially bigger than I needed it to be. Good questions. Oh, I've heard of Brave New World. I played through... I did a dumb thing. I got as far as the freaking Warring Triad, the statues. I remember fighting Goddess, and it took me like freaking half an hour in Brave New World. I like Brave New World a lot, but it took me so long to fight the Goddess. Whatever she was called now, Miria or whatever. And Brave New World is pretty fantastic, but I never actually beat it. I still want to, and they keep releasing new versions, so at some point I'll get back to it and it'll feel a little bit fresh. Last time I played, the Esper levels were not separated from the character levels the way they are now. Brave New World is quite a feat. There's a lot of things about it that I like. Seriously. So, wait. Huh? Brave New World's designer. Like... Oh, BTB! That's what that stands for! Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, that's funny. Hey, it's pretty cool having you... I don't mean to flatter some random ROM hacker, but it's like a minor celebrity thing with in the FF6 community, right? And I'm not a real ROM hacker. I play the game, so it's really quite neat making your acquaintance in this way. I was posting a few things that you can see in my info below. I post in other places, usually as Fresh Feeling. So probably on the order of 2 years ago, I was posting regularly on Insane Difficulty about my playthrough of Brave New World. And I had a bunch of suggestions. I wasn't in very deep, but I had a bunch of suggestions, and many of them were not well thought out suggestions. One thing that bothered me that I said in the early going was, I would call you a real ROM hacker, but I know that you and Sinksy also have distinct roles on the project, so I don't know exactly how that split works. You're more of a real ROM hacker than I am. What was I going to say there? Oh yeah, the thing that was my early piece of feedback was I was thinking about how more magically inclined characters had access to more espers. Less magically inclined characters had access to fewer espers. And Shadow was one of very few who only had access to 2 espers. Yeah, and I remember thinking, like, if he's actually Thamasin, and with the nature of his character, I thought he would have been exposed to more magic. So I thought it was a continuity piece, or I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing in the game at all right now. Continuity piece or something. I said Shadow should have a 3rd esper, and I thought the easiest one to slide in there was Bahamut. But as soon as I slid in that I thought Shadow should be able to equip Bahamut, the forum kind of jumped on me and said, like, you have no idea how much that would unbalance everything. So yeah, it didn't follow up with that. I feel like that community knew the game pretty well, and I shouldn't come in and shoot things down. Yeah, Brave New World is... I've only played a handful of Final Fantasy VI hacks any length of time, really. And I liked an early version of the General Leo hack that I played through, and I really like Brave New World. And I learned a lot about Brave New World before I ever played it. I like reading... I'm the kind of person, I don't know if this is a kind of person, but I'm the kind of person who enjoys reading an FAQ for a game I've never played to see kind of how they balance game mechanics. And so I enjoyed reading the print me and everything before I ever touched Brave New World. It's extremely well set up, and there's so many good ideas and so many random things that some people seem to think that, like the script edits, they love the mechanic changes in Brave New World. So many rebalances, the way the physical attacks are differentiated, the stamina attacks, there's so many good things. And then there's some people who come in and they complain about the script, and sometimes it's the profanity, which, you know, who cares? Sometimes it's, they say, like, why did it seems goofy at parts, but it made me laugh a lot. And it's funny because I recall, I think you were the author of the piece, I don't know, it was in one of the docs that came with the game, saying it's the hack you always wanted to play. I guess that's sort of where I am too. But it's really close to the hack I wanted to play too. So many things make me laugh on my way through as well. Like, well, it's kind of funny. Narshe being Canada, like, the people in Narshe being like, I sure do love bagged milk. That was, like, subtle and hilarious, and it made me really... I liked that a lot. And it is funny, and there's no comparison being drawn here, but I did play through the Something Awful Final Fantasy VI hack years ago, many moons past. And, what's that one called? Awful Fantasy or something, and I don't know if anyone cares about it. I'm just gonna see if I can get the chat on the screen. I might not have set it up correctly. Okay, it looks like not. Fix that. Whatever. But the something awful hack, the thing that was novel about it was Narshe was Canada in that one, and so it made me think of that as well. Strago has learned his white magic. What else do we want to do here? He can go with Kuraga. Carbuncle. Carbuncle would be nice. Basically a whole bunch of utility spells or one really, really good spell. Or some crappy spells. Let's go with the one really, really good spell. Then again, we're going to get Phoenix in a little while. Let's go with Carbuncle. And there's some way he can learn Libra, isn't there? It's the Chakra Band. Let's put that on. Okay, that's something I preach a lot. I've got a standing offer to anyone who wants to retranslate the Moab, where I'll provide the source dialogue. But the only insignificant. Did it die or did it rebrand? I wasn't really clear on that. You know what's funny is around the same time as things seem to be gone from insane difficulty, and I didn't know exactly what happened, but I couldn't get into Slick Productions either at the exact same time. But Slick Productions seems to be back, so at the time I was doing a bunch of FF4 stuff, because for this thing where I want to play with a knight, a thief, a white mage, and a black mage, I want to do it in every game that has at least 4 characters where possible. So I've got significant plans for a Final Fantasy IV hack that'll allow that. I've had trouble realizing them because I found that FF Forkster, wonderful hacking tool that it is, not hacking stool, that's a bit of an insult, but it's a little bit sensitive. I find it corrupts my ROMs a lot, depending what I'm doing, such that when I go back into certain editors it hangs. So certain things I can never continue editing. So I like FF Forkster a great deal, but it was problematic for me. Community moved over to New Game Plus, right? And I hadn't heard the name of New Game Plus before Insane Difficulty. Who was the admin of Insane Difficulty? Like, I feel like Insane Difficulty kind of started with FFT 1.3, but that wasn't the actual admin, was it? Who's that person again? Arcale? Yeah. Oh, okay. It was. Okay. You know, slightly laggy nature of Twitch and all. So I said that before you said it, just so you know, I somewhat knew my shit. Right. Yeah. FF Tactics. I don't care too much, frankly, but I wonder what that reason to break away is, because I think FF Tactics is pretty darn cool for what it is. In fact, those game-specific hacking communities seem to be increasingly powerful and interesting to me, and by that I mean you got FF6 hacking dot whatever it is. You got FF Tactics. There was Bad Blood. Was that a Ziphony thing? Okay. Well, okay, good. Can I slow this guy? I feel like slow on bosses hasn't been very good in this game, and I remember it being good, but maybe I'm just thinking Final Fantasy IV. Okay, that seemed to work. Oh, let's do this. That'll be badass. So you can see what I did here. I made a small number of custom commands that are just the really easy commands to edit. And so I've got a pray command on the white mage that's basically Banon's health command, but weaker. Quite a bit weaker. And goodness. The thief has a flee command that just casts warp. And so I've got steal and flee on the thief, which are kind of their standard commands. Knight's got nothing, but all of the knight-specific weapons provide the cover effect of the Knight's Code, and the swords all have two-hand. Black mages all have basically morph. What the hell just happened? Did he die of poison in the air? I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. The community has gotten better. I didn't have a problem with the community. I just wasn't very ingrained. As I told you, I never actually beat your hack. So, it intrigues me, but I've never beat it. And I got right to the end. I really did. I was proud of my builds. I did like the and again, it was before the Esper levels were separated, and I had Cyan every single level Vigor, and it was great fun. He was such a glass cannon. I'm gonna go back in there, and I might end up regretting it, but I want to fight those pugs. Maybe I should consider Moogle Charming, though. The random encounters are killing me here. They're not actually killing me, that's part of the problem. Cover is pretty underutilized, yeah. What was the nature of the changes you made to cover? Was it like a damage reduction based on stamina or something? That seems like something that would stand to reason. How recently was the newest version released, by the way? I had looked in on Brave New World not terribly long ago, if I recall correctly. All the black mages having access to morph is hilarious, by the way, because Setzer turns into sexy Terra. Sexy pink Terra. If you consider that kind of thing sexy. I think it's more sexy than Setzer, so fair to say sexy. 1.9 is in late beta. Yeah, and I was like, even back when stupid Sesame Street. That is actually a bit of a tongue twister, but I know what you're trying to say there. It was funny because 2.0 was being teased even when I was around. There's been so much 2.0 talk and what that can mean. I get the feeling, and I could be wrong, that the community that's developed around Brave New World, first of all, some of them seem very involved in, and it's pretty cool. You got Think, whose name is followed by a bunch of numbers, and he produced that no ATB thing, right? And that's pretty amazing, that he produced something that, as best I can tell, was for you guys, and it was a significant hack. So, I don't want to be here. I'm going to run from this. I've fought enough of these assholes. Where was I going with that? I don't remember where I was going with that. But I get the feeling, sorry, I do remember where I was going with that, that some people know what kinds of things are likely for 2.0. Some people, I think, have insider knowledge. I mean, almost for sure. They're closer to the project and whatnot. But I kind of have no idea what to expect. But you said like 2.0 was when you're going to open it up to content changes, right? So there's a lot that could happen. And some of the suggestions I've been seeing are cool, but I don't know how feasible they are. 2.0, I mean, adding content, that means expanding the ROM. So I don't actually know what limitations apply when you do things like that. I don't know enough about ROM hacking, essentially. But can you kind of add whatever you want in terms of events, in terms of areas? I'm so happy to be equipping that one. And speaking of learning spells, Chocobo Rogue teaches warp. Yeah, and you know what, I read up a little bit on that one, but I haven't done anything with it. I don't. So that one's extended, eh? I'm trying to think of any major overhaul ROM hacks I've played. NES games, I guess, but nothing on the scale of Final Fantasy VI. And frankly, all the like Earthbound hacks I've ever played have been 5-minute mini adventures. So. Well, maybe I'll have to give that a shot. But, you know, I happen to have a real job and young children and such. So it's taken me a long time to do short playthroughs like this on a super extended game that I'm less familiar with. I don't... Why would Undertale count as an Earthbound hack? That's a different game. And I've heard a lot about Undertale too. Even when it was new, my students were trying to convince me to play it. I have yet to. Nothing against it. It sounds pretty wonderful. Actually, I just bought another game that people always compare to Earthbound. I bought it on Steam called Lisa, which isn't new or anything, but... Did it really? I had no idea. That's amazing. I wouldn't think it from the rather unique battle system. Oh, this is going to be a piece of garbage. This is where I need Vanish, and I don't have it. Well, the graphics are worse than Earthbound's, I would say. This is not going to be a super cool battle. These aren't the guys who use step mine, at least, right? I don't think I have Vanish. Do I have Vanish? Maybe that would make a big difference. Oh, jeez Louise, I didn't know these guys did that. Why did they do that? Oh, at least it's weak. Good chatting with you. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, okay, I'll pop back in at some point for sure. You know, I have lots of things I want to play, including Brave New World. And a couple other hacks, but Brave New World. Right now I'm kind of working through this Night Thief, White Mage, Black Mage thing, but I'll definitely get back. Yeah, it was great chatting with you. Thanks for stopping by. I guess Bio might be the strongest spell to use here, so yeah. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why I didn't know these guys use Holy, because apparently they do it all the damn time. It's a lot better than being hacked to pieces by knives. Why do they keep doing that to him? Oh, that's a counter. Okay, I'm still learning what I'm doing here. Now I'm lonely. And I wasn't paying too much attention to my steel success, but these guys, I forget if it's Tonberry or Tonberries, which are in fact different things in this game, who you can steal a significant special late-game item from. The Minerva in the base game. I forget if that's still in there. I think it is. There's a lot of spinning white beads. Nice to see those poison counters ticking up, though, on those guys. I think this is going okay. It's terrible, but it is going okay. Oh, it's when those physicals come out that we start having a bad time. Now we get a whole bunch of holies. Wonder how many of those Regentics Realm gets in this much time. Do I know someone who's streaming Brave New World? No, I guess not. Having two guys is going to make this winnable anyway, but I would love to be able to just steal from them for a while. Uh-oh, darn. Did I not get a prize? I'm not clear on what happened there. What happened? What did I win as a result of doing that? Anything? I feel like something went strange there. Probably not going to end up being a problem. I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, warp is available to both the white mages and the black mages, and that's because in some games, warp and exit are different things, and usually warp is learned by black mages and exit is learned by white mages. Should I do the ancient castle next? Probably. I feel like both my white mage and black mage that are in my party right now have reasonable things to learn, so I think I'm going to go ahead with it. Now, fighting something like the Master Pug, that seems like maybe not too much fun. Once we have non-elemental magic, though, that'd be pretty simple. What does he use against you? This is so funny that this jail cell happens to line up with a corridor into a buried underground castle, which you would have to think has been buried for an awfully long time. I would think that. Maybe you wouldn't have to think that. I always like encountering these guys for the first time, whatever they're supposed to be, because usually that's when I learn Clean Sweep. I like the animation for Clean Sweep a lot. Oh, well, that's not Clean Sweep. Forget you guys. Same jail cell. Yeah, exactly. Good to see you. You weren't here at the same time as BTB, were you? Wing Edge. That's going to be nice. It's strong. It kills things. He can go back in the back row. Lots of advantages. I like that this Figaro lizard, oh, just, okay, yeah. Do you, have any familiar with his hack? Brave New World? Familiarity, I should say. Oh, golly, that was a lot of damage. Oh, we're getting clobbered here. Maybe I should run. And then I didn't even think to cast Cura, so... Mega Man hacks, yeah. Mega Man hacks are hard to stay on top of, frankly. It's funny that there's so many, and they're 4 different games, and that the games themselves are variants of each other. So, yeah, I don't know many Mega Man hacks off the top of my head. I've definitely seen a few, but I don't remember what they're called or anything. Mega Man is one of my favorite things, and my 5-year-old kind of really got into Mega Man during the summer. We were playing through Mega Man 9 and 10 repeatedly. He doesn't really know how to do anything, really. He just keeps asking me for help, but it's still good fun. I'm so looking forward to having those spells. Yeah, I think I've seen Rockman No Constancy. Those things don't get frequent revisions the way these Final Fantasy hacks do, though, do they? Like Brave New World has had a lot of releases. And, you know, I used to be involved with the TAS community at tasvideos.org. And they had a policy such that they wouldn't accept TASes of hacks unless they were considered final version. It's kind of hard to know when many hacks are at their final version. But in certain cases, a project is considered finished. There's Tsunami, that's Clean Sweep. Oh, that's damage. Funny getting my first gauntlet now. There, I just used 40 potions on my team. I have constant access to steel, so I just have a lot of potions. I am not going to fight Magimaster yet. I'm thinking about whether I walked by any treasures, because there's a few hidden passages in this area. Actually, I'd really like to get automatic death on that Figaro lizard. I wonder what's up with the name of the Rockman No Constancy hack. I believe it was done by a Japanese fellow, right? So it may just be like, those English words sound cool. But. When I hear the words no constancy, I think of like a randomizer. I guess that's one thing about having the Ultima weapon equipped instead of the Apocalypse, is the Apocalypse came with evasion rate. Maybe I should pop that back on. Magic resistant enemies. How weird. It's kind of a lot of advantages to keeping Apocalypse equipped. Okay. These battles are time consuming. I'm not intending on fleeing all of them. In fact, that one was kind of dumb to flee from, seeing as I had the pincer. That tends to mean it goes much faster. Oh, Stardust Rod. Is that normally a Magus Rod? Why did I call it Stardust Rod? That was like the second best paintbrush or something, is the Stardust Rod now, is what happened. I wonder if it teaches something. Let's see. Oh, it's cards. It was the Death Tarot or whatever. A Mega Man 5 one called Wily's Dream Space. That made sense because it used Kirby artwork. Interesting. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Looks like it doesn't teach anything. It's just strong and gives a big magic bonus. Strong is good. Magic bonus is good. Let's do it. Probably has a chance to cast. Oh wait, it's based on the Stardust Rod from FF6 Advance. I just wanted to pop it in, so I used a weapon type that didn't exist, so high-end cards. That means it's got a chance to randomly cast Meteor. It won't teach Meteor. Because the original didn't, and I wanted to be fairly faithful to the original, but random chance to cast Meteor would be freaking awesome. Where's that place where you can run into the corner and there's a whole bunch more treasure chests there? That's not something I'm making up, is it? Oh, I forgot how to get to the next screen. That's silly of me. I don't... The enemies are fairly defensive, and certain formations take a long time to kill. So I'm just going to say no thanks to that. That's not a secret. Okay, I should just probably move on. The other thing with Figaro guys, whatever they're called, they have certain things that can really prolong a battle. I forget if they use Discord, but that's one thing. Not the application, the spell. But, you know, Poison. Poison at this stage of the game is just an annoyance. You kind of have to deal with it. But it really just stands to prolong things, so... So I think this might be the room I was thinking of. There's a bunch of hidden stuff. And this one I got really bad ATB results. I'm just going to abandon ship. Okay, that's not especially exciting random, or non-random, predetermined stuff. And now I'm starting to feel like I'm running away too much. Probably the next one I'll fight anyway. But there's a save point right here. Maybe I'll get the save point and take a crack at Master Pug. Well, now I'm not going to fight the battle because I'm preparing for Master Pug. Master Pug, I remember being pretty awful. At least you're not restricted to magic. Right now, Realm's equipped with Apocalypse. If her damage is sucky, switch back to Ultima Weapon. He has the potential to be very sucky, yes. Okay, that hit, so that's a bonus. That's a big bonus. What are we gonna do here? What's the strategy? Someone tell me. Am I able to set poison on him? Because that would be pretty sweet. Then just kind of wait for him to die. Oh, that's us dying, not him. Oh, that didn't even kill in one hit. That's fantastic. I'm sticking with Bio because until he uses Wall Change, that is, I believe, our strongest attack, or his sets our strongest attack. Okay, now I have no idea what to do. Oh, I have Flare. Let's use Flare. Keep it simple, stupid. This isn't going to be so bad. Whoa. That was not so bad. Steel. That went much more well than I was expecting. Gladius. That could actually end up being pretty darn useful. Thank you. Nice to get some appreciation. Is Gladius awesome here or not? I didn't know Gladius had evasion. I'm gonna keep my current equips. Oh, crap. Ah, yes, that's a thing here. I forgot that. I'm glad I only found that out now. Oh, that's cool. That was not that strong. Funny thing I've been finding, and it's since some of the new Twitch features were rolled out, my viewer count never seems up to date. Like, it's still showing 0 for me, even though I know one person's here. Which is a rotten shame. It's nice knowing when I have a couple people. Strago learned Warp. That's a cue for me to change his armor, actually. To one of these. Oh, this is what we got somewhere recently. Maybe that was from those pugs, those tonberries. You're seeing 2 now. Oh. Okay. White Robe has some elemental defenses, and Sage Robe is generally better. M-Block is also a treat. Let's keep the White Robe. Oh, you know what's weird is my White Mage, Strago, doesn't have Muddle or Confuse. I'd really like that for reasons that you might be aware of. I think I might switch him over to Stray Kate Sith as soon as this battle's over. Oh, that was strong. Oh, that, I think, might have lined up with him finishing Carbuncle anyway. Yeah, alright. Kate Sith. It'd be pretty great if he could learn that, so I guess I'll just... What I was talking about was it's useful for Katana Soul, or whatever he might be called right now. So, I think I'll just skip that particular treasure box for a little bit. I believe that room was the hidden room you can find here. I mean, I guess there's kind of a few hidden rooms, but the notable one. Funny that I only fought one of the dragons so far. Is that actually supposed to be the Magimaster? Do you think it is? Because, like, Ghost Sprite, Powerful Sorcerer. I never really thought about that before, but it makes a sort of sense, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, they all have Reflect. In that case, let's not cast lightning spells. Is launcher proportional damage? I feel pretty lucky to not have been killed by that thing. Could it have anything to do with the gem box? The gem box isn't mentioned in this castle or anything. Soul of Thanasa. I like that Gao just killed this thing with one of those wing edge X's. I'd be pretty excited if that could happen again. Try and kill this thing, Gao. Just using the fight command. Admittedly, I don't have a lot of other interesting commands, but what I really want is this thing to die to one of my procs, basically. Oh, Setsu's dead. There we go. That's nice. Strago learned Libra. I think I'll pop the Priest Miter back on him. How do you get a cat hood? I'm pretty sure cat hood is, that would be a big deal for me. And I'm sure I can do it at this point in the game. It's one of those long Coliseum chain things. Oh, geez Louise. That was much stronger than I would ever have anticipated. Holy crap. Strago learned Confused, so that's nice. We are getting low on MP. and low enough on other resources that I feel like I want to use my MP. So maybe we'll take a trip out of here before we try to do anything dramatic. Getting Odin is actually not dramatic. What does Odin do for me? Oh, cool. Hey, he's learning Meteor. That must be from that crazy stick he's got. That's wonderful news. A chest behind the bars in that previous room? I don't remember that, but I believe you. What's down there? Too bad these enemies are knobs. I don't have very much in the way of unblockable area of effect. I guess that's what Meteor's for. Maybe I'll just get out of here. I feel silly doing that, but... There are a few places in the game where there's similar stuff that's been done to the chest behind the bars. Okay. I just had a moment where I was like, wait a minute, is my white mage allowed to learn Imp? And then I remembered that Imp has been removed from Katesith to allow that to make sense. When I say unblockable area of effect, I'm referring to non-reflectable area of effect. So there is one in here. Oh, having trouble getting to it because of this somewhat crazy random encounter rate. Gold hairpin is nice. Not nice enough to want to change things here. Maybe? Being able to cast twice as much white magic is nice, but... Okay, we will fight these things. Here comes the poison, yep. I appreciate you telling me anyway, it should be noted. I'm very happy to have someone telling me things like that. I remember a lot about this game, but I'm sure there's a lot of things I don't know. I recall when I was walking through the cave to the sealed gate thinking, where the heck are those floor items? They're not very useful, but I really wanted to find them, so... I'm guessing that these stupid boxes, these lunatices, start using that fireball attack when they're alone. Because a lot of AIs are based on that. So I need this thing to go away pretty quickly. Yeah, good. Can Strago learn anything else, really? Unicorn... Phantom is a good one. because there are a couple times when Vanish would have been handy recently. Basically, it's that and Cure 3. So would I rather learn Cure 3? That'll take a really long time. Probably, yeah. Okay, I said before we did anything crazy we'd go save, but we're gonna do one crazy thing. Oh. That wasn't as crazy as I wanted it to be. I only have 13 high potions. Oh, there we go. That's good fun. We get from him, I think, an offering that nobody can use, if I recall correctly. I don't think the Master's Scroll is in play for anyone except Go-Go. Yeah, that's good fun. Normally you would do it with Noise Blaster. I don't believe I've seen him use a regular physical on himself. I thought that it was like guaranteed that he would ace himself after he was muddled. Through some AI quirk or something, but I guess that is not the case. I think it's so funny that that procs and animates and hits a single person. I guess it could be disadvantageous in certain situations if it didn't, but not many that I can think of. Hope that doesn't end up being a problem. Oh, it won't. Muddle being what it is in this game, and the nature of the battle formulas as well, Muddle is like super dangerous in this game. Confused. And with Prey being able to remove that, it might be a little bit. That's one of the ways that I suppose it might be a little bit overpowered. Should investigate that if I were creating another Final Fantasy VI hack, which probably not in the cards right now. I was thinking about what I might do. So I've talked about this in a long time past. I've decided these battles are slow and annoying. Oh, and I've made them even slower and annoyinger. Oh, that's funny. But although these are arguably good classic jobs representing job systems through the Final Fantasy series, they are not the four most common jobs. Those would end up being Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, Ninja, followed by, I think, Dragoon and Summoner. And so if I wanted to do 4 other unique jobs that I could represent in different games, I would say they would be Monk, Ninja, Dragoon, Summoner. Which would be a really weird mix, but it'd be kind of cool in this game, right? If you could find ways to make it work. Enable the summon command. Have a Dragoon who has access to jump. Maybe something like the Dragon Sword ability, which is basically Empowerer, Sword Tech 5 in this game. What else could you do? The Monk would be, I guess, Sabin-like. I don't know if Blitz would be the same. But Sabin is the Monk in this game, I don't know. The nature of the challenge not being much of a challenge, but adjusting your play style is kind of what interests me, so. That's why that ban something challenge, it was my first thing I ever streamed, ban something on Final Fantasy 1, where I asked a forum, everybody ban a certain aspect of gameplay, and it was open-ended, and some of them were quite hilarious. That was great fun. It was terrible at points, but also great fun. Oh, there we go. When the thing was almost dead anyway. How's our Valagar Manda action coming? 75. I feel like I fought tons of battles, even though I've been running a little bit. How are you supposed to find the special thing? I don't actually want to mess with Odin yet, I don't think. Maybe. Probably not. But I do like the idea of fighting the blue dragon. Uh-oh. I'm a little worried about the couple people who came in at low hit points. Yeah, like Setzer. Thank you for your example. I think I'm going to do my haste gap. Important to get that up, and then hopefully we'll be able to act before and apply some healing as necessary. Or we might not have to, because we'll do something weird like Rippler. This is one of very few... Oh, this is Rippler, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot he does that. Oh, so he's got haste now. That's a bit of a pain. I need to fix that. No equipping espers. Yeah, I don't think that... I think that's probably the most commonplace challenge in this game. Not to belittle it or anything, certainly. But, people talk about that a lot. Natural magic runs. Natural magic runs, which also means no stat boosts. Do I care about... No, this is just going to be an easy fight. Let's just carry on. He's still got poison right now, which is pretty cool. I was thinking of applying Shell, but you know, you do that one character at a time too. And, oh, jeez, that was quick. What kind of weapon do we get out of this? Normally it's the scimitar. I think that's still in the game, so it should be scimitar. Oh, Zantetsuken. 6 remain. Well, not to say it doesn't have advantages, but I think the Apocalypse has more. Can we warp out of here? Probably not, eh? Yeah. Oh, I got a debilitator. I think that was my first one of those. That's kind of fun. I feel like my White Mage has a lot more magic than my Setzer. You know, if I did put on the Zantetsuken, I would have a good chance of automatically killing these enemies. Why don't I just do it for a little bit? I'm not committing to anything. I have a lot of items. See if we can slice this thing to pieces. Oh, I didn't see when you said nice. Was that about the blue dragon? That blue dragon was a bit of a wimp. Okay, so what's going to be next? Phoenix Cave? Thank you. There we go, a nice slice. Uh-oh, this could end up being not so fun. It wasn't that bad. Still bad. You get lots of magic points in this particular area, which is nice. Well, I should save, because if I don't, I'll regret it. And now that I have, there will be no problems. I think I need to change my party for a while. But I'm really looking forward to Strago and Setzer getting the spells they're working on. I wonder if there are people who pronounce it Strago. Maybe a lot of people pronounce it Strago. What am I assuming here? These fights go faster when you have two people randomly killing enemies. Entirely because of the random death. Well, maybe also because Realm is a bit of a damage monster. A funny thing is, Gao being the only thief I currently have available, he's much higher level than everyone else. Well, that's actually more because of the growth egg, but he's going to be staying in my team for a while. I guess I need to go get Strago before I do the Phoenix Cave. Or sorry, not Strago, Shadow. Strange how she... Yeah, she basically was the character who got the most defaulted. Like it made sense that because Locke had to be a thief, because Terra had to be a black mage to fit in with the other characters in the early game, I knew that one of Strago and Realm had to be a mage and one of them had to be a knight. It made more sense to me to have Strago as a mage and Realm as a knight. That's really the only reason behind it. These guys at least aren't terrible to fight. Every so often they hit me really hard with water, but... How are your espers going, gents? If you're like a battle or two off, I'm just gonna do it. You're definitely not. You... Oh, you learned yours, and I didn't notice. Stupid. Stupid me. Yeah, my black mages have a lot of work to do. Can't turn the minimap off here. That's just a curiosity. There was no reason for me to try. It just seemed like I should try. Now I need to go back because I have no access to my airship here. This guy has one job and he can barely do it. It takes a lot of effort for him to move that switch. Why would you put the old guy in charge of the hard-to-pull switch? Well, should we get Shadow? Can't be too hard. So now we will have another thief, I guess. Is there a storm here? Oh, that's just all my vents coming on. This is my first time walking into the Coliseum. Let's see about optimizing ourselves a little bit here. I think Force Armor will stand to be better than Genji Armor. Am I wrong? Probably better. And we're also going to do that. Now we got a fairly well set up realm for a few kinds of Coliseum battles. It helps that all she has is her fight command. What should we be doing here? I bet we have lots of good things, but why don't we get Shadow first? Oh, it shows up! This is awesome! This is one of those things that was added in one of the versions of the hack. Hey, this is fantastic. Question marks. Let's do it. Shadow Typhon. That part was not fixed. Preemptive. That's amusing. For a few reasons. Oh, man. That was funny. I forgot that she wasn't wielding Apocalypse, which is funny because I looked at her equips, right? But I think Apocalypse is the right thing for the Coliseum. That was a good fight. Normally you see him sit there and like hit you with his fists for single-digit damage at least once. Alright. There's definitely some other things we should be able to get here. A lot of things here we don't care about. Heal Staff for Magus Rod is interesting, but I think having a Heal Staff is good too. That's good, isn't it? Who do you think we have to fight? Aspidosholem. The only thing I know how to do is fight, and yeah, he got cut to pieces by a 10-year-old before he could do anything. And he's a ninja. She got a preemptive on him. That was hilarious. There was so much out of character happening there. That was quite amusing. How does Rising Sun stack up to Wing Edge? It's worse, right? Yeah, it's way worse. Okay. That's a good one. Oh, this is gonna be stupid. I don't know if... Oh, maybe it's not gonna be stupid. Oh, that's pretty strong. Oh, man. I lost. So what do I do about that? I guess I equip Gaia gear. Forgive me for save scumming, but I think everyone knows you do this at the Coliseum, right? So, only for this fight. Well, I mean, not the save scumming. I mean, the Gaia gear is only for this fight. That should make this enemy pretty darn helpless. Well, at that time I got no counter. This is gonna trivialize things. I think I might have just had some bad luck. Oh, well, there's that. So, what did I win? A sage staff. Wonder what I learned from that. I'm sure it's good. Oh, it's a trio of dice. Interesting. Oh, look at that. I might have forgotten to change some of its properties. Wonder how busted that weapon is. I bet it teaches something. It looks like a strong weapon, too. I might have to check, though, because I thought I changed all those descriptions, and those question marks on the attack power makes me quite nervous. I'm gonna go to attack with the staff and a bunch of dice are gonna pop out. That'll be embarrassing, to put it one way. Okay, Snow Scarf doesn't do us any good anymore. This does. Growth Egg, Thunder Shield, Dragon Horn. So I'm not seeing a way to get a cat ear hood. I don't remember what it is that you use to get the cat ear hood. I really want that. Let's try this though. Oh, she's still blind. I guess that probably won't be much of an issue. Blind Schmind. What a strange battle this is. Oh, okay. These are the ones from Kefka's Tower, right? Oh, that could be bad. Where is the angel robe? Genji armor. Squirrel costume. I know I fixed that. This is irritating. Okay, so we can get a whole bunch of those because we have a bunch of Moogle costumes, don't we? Oh, that's even better. Cool. And I bet that teaches something again, but I have no idea what. Okay, how many Moogle suits do I have? Oh, one. Okay. You tend to get a lot of those things in Bowser's Mansion. Okay, that Coliseum didn't have as much for me as I thought it would right now. A few things are good. Alright. We should buy some things. What is the best place to buy some things? Let's do, Jadora's nice because they have crystal, don't they? Not like math. Let's try there. I have a lot of money now. That feels good. don't really need more of these. What I really wanted was consumables, actually. Because I got relatively few high potions, phoenix downs, and tents. That was a lot of stuff I just bought. And I was thinking I wanted crystal. Need to go somewhere else for that. Somewhere else to get my meth fix. Alright. Any reason not to do Phoenix Cave now? It'll be kind of funny, I gotta say, doing Mount Zozo essentially last. My last major recruitment, right? Okay, we got 2 thieves. So, thief, thief, knight, knight. Is there any reason to swap these? Yeah, there is. You know, this way we got a balance of 60 levels and a balance of 65 levels because Realm and Gao are fairly high. We got all 3 white mages. We've had Strago for a long time, so let's use Sabin and Sellers. And all 3 black mages. Again, we've got Strago kind of high, so... And these other 2 will have a lot of learning to do. That should be pretty good. Yeah, okay. Apocalypse, nothing. We only have 1 Genji helmet, so I'll keep her with a Mystery Veil, which is pretty good. She can have a Genji armor, though, whatever. She usually likes having a Gygas Glove and a Hyper Wrist. He can keep Wing Edge. We get a second one here, do we not? Black Cowl is not as good as Circlet. I forgot about that. Red Jacket. Red Jacket's wonderful here, even though it's probably not really Shadow's style. Sure. Too bad I only have 1 Force Shield. And I only, I think, will have 1 Force Shield. She can learn Meteor from that, so that's pretty sweet. And that's fine, right? And how I don't have enough good relics for everybody. You can wear the Thief Bracer. I kind of don't know what to do with everyone. Wait, I have been giving my white mages ribbons. Well, let's stick with this and see what remains for the rest of the team. What do you want? Safety bit is nice here, so why don't we give you a memento ring? There's a lot of death in the Phoenix Cave, ironically. Zantetsuken is nice because there's a lot of undead, but Zantetsuken works on them. So we'll keep that on. He is fine with a Genji helmet. I will keep him with that also. You can use a force armor. Probably Gladius is pretty great because there's a lot of things weak to holy here. I don't know what to do with these people. They'll be fine. Maybe they won't be fine. I cannot certify that they will be fine. Like, what am I supposed to do with him? I don't have enough relics. He can have a hyper rest. I guess he can have a hero ring. Maybe this is a good time to use the gold hairpin. I don't have more earrings, do I? Maybe I should have bought a bunch more earrings. This is probably not very fun to watch. Oh, there's an earring. But you know, also, you are the white magic caster, so you should have some kind of status protection. I don't have an extra ribbon. Maybe an amulet would be good. You get now a stupid earring. It's going to take forever. You know what? I'll give you the growth egg. I'll give you the... hero ring. I have a lot of these for whatever reason, or enough. You would probably like a thief bracer. I don't think I have one. Why don't you just equip random stuff? Actually, a white cape is a little bit wasted on you. Get a safety bit and get a something else. Sure. Whatever. We're gonna be okay. Oh yeah, espers. That is of some importance. You can't use those. You can learn Cure 3, but that's probably not your best option. That's probably your best option. Yeah, that's definitely the best option. She could learn that or Cure 3, so... you were working on Katabla Pass, which isn't the best ever here. Let me switch you over to Velgarmanda. That'll be nice. Is she the one who has the Stardust Rod? Yeah, should have given... When I think about it, you know, give Mog Odin. Give her Velgarmanda, they'll both learn Meteor. And then swap them. If that starts to matter, which I don't think it will. Oh, and Sabin. Don't forget Sabin. He was learning this. But what does he have to learn? I think that might be all he has to learn. So I'll let him finish Kate Sith and then he'll go learn Cure 3. Wow, that was boring. But it'll be okay now. This isn't an exciting dungeon though. Oops, he's got a death effect. That was dumb. That was the red jacket keeping Shadow completely protected from a fire attack, so that's kind of cool. That was a dog getting hit by a zombie stick, so that's less cool. You ever have a thing where you know someone who has a dog who shouldn't own a dog? I'm not naming names, but someone who I know recently got a dog, and all I can think is, are you sure that's the right move? And it'll probably be fine, it just doesn't seem like the personality is measured. It's not like the person can't care for a dog. Is this the Pit of Doom? I think so. Yeah, nice. Ouch. Wow, that was nice and strong. There we go, a wing edge. So that's going to end up being great for Gao. Probably. Except for all the undead in here. But I think I should equip it. The ghost sprite is very weird because it always keeps its back to you by default. And enemies usually show who they're facing, you know, by facing them. And so the ghost actually turns its back to the side of the battle that it's facing. Which matters sometimes. Wow. Selaz's prey is extra weak. I don't know if it's because she's low level or because of missing hero ring. Oh, that's exactly why. Normally I have them with 2 of those boosting relics, and she's got none. I kind of stand by this decision, though, so we'll see how that goes. Face. Just some cat-related noises in my house. Oh, I don't want that to keep happening. Well, I guess if it's a counter, Realm is fine. It's everyone else we have to worry about. Maybe we should go fight dinosaurs and get economizers. That would make my white mage just a little more comfortable. Thanks. Yes. I don't know if that's what you were trying to say, but... Ah, what a drag. This would be my higher level team, wouldn't it? Hated those things of vanilla. Referring to the faces that shoot needles for whatever reason. Yeah. So, like, yeah, which ghost isn't facing me? Okay. Let's make things die. Let's try this way. See about killing the face. Now, Shadow can't be of any use, really, against those necromancers. I like that they have a version of Quarter that they single target. It's interesting. Kind of neat that you don't even lose your ATD when you come back from being a zombie. I would think that there would be a bit of an adjustment period. He'll be okay, I think. Oh, that was strong, but he was okay. Oh yeah, the, what is it, Smirk inflict stop? That's not super fun at all. Turns out Sabin already does have a reasonable amount of white magic learned even relative to Strago. I think he might have more. I think all he really needs is Cure 3. It should be noted, you said you hated those things in vanilla. I didn't edit any enemy scripts or enemy stats, with the exception of Ultros 3 and Vargas. So if you hated those things in vanilla, you are very likely to hate them here also. Or to commiserate with me as I hate them here in vanilla. Or non-vanilla, whatever this is. Classic. This healing is slightly burdensome. I didn't come here to be burdened. This is one of those chests that I already have, right? Yeah. This hack has lower HP total. Yeah, I guess that's true. This mainly comes from the, like, that's not a modification I made intentionally or anything. That comes from no Esper bonuses, if anything. Some of the Esper, or the HP totals are, I guess, a little lower. Not by some huge, noticeable amount. Because the HP totals in this game, I haven't adjusted the curve, but they're based on basically this curve that exists. It seems fairly arbitrary. And modified by a flat addition. So even though Realm is supposed to be weaker than, say, Sabin, Their HP totals are quite close. They're different by about 40 at the same level by default. Which 40 in this game is pretty meaningless. He might live. What a weird prize to get right now. Yeah, I remember Blizzera was so strong against these guys when Terra used it. Let's see how Mog does. I don't remember what their relic loadout is, by the way. Okay, that's good. I also don't remember if I should be scared of a Chaos Dragon or not. It sounds like something you should be scared of, but a lot of enemies do. I like the idea of all the chests that are easy to get to, someone has already taken. It makes a sort of sense, right? Ah, crud. If I recall correctly, Locke took them all. Yes, that's exactly what I believe happens. I don't even think it's set out right. It's implied. It makes a lot of sense, though. I think that's the suggestion. But it is funny, you know. Final Fantasy IV is a funny one. There's treasure chests literally in a town, and you go into the weapon shop and you open them up and you get the weapon out of it. Are you stealing, or are you just the first person to notice that you can just take the items out of the weapon shop? It would be pretty clear if you were doing something wrong or not if it were one of the Ultima games. I remember making, like, it was in a paragraph format, some kind of argument about the Ultima games reinforcing good morality in the people who play the Ultima games. I was thinking of basically 4 through 6. Though I suppose it was present in Ultima 7 also. But there was a game where if you stole too much, I think 4, if you stole too much stuff, you could no longer beat the game. Free samples. Who thought, you know, we need to make up an enemy for our game? Let's make one that's a face, and we'll call it Face. Because faces make good enemies. Who? Is that an Amano thing? I don't know. Oh, they're smart. I've never met Yoshitaka Amano, like most people. And I have this feeling that his sense of humor would be different from mine. I don't feel like there's any silliness in the designs. Like, the impression is that he has no sense of humor, which is probably not true, but that is the impression I have. I'd be really sad if this guy just cast death again. Oh, well, close enough. The other thing I can do, if this starts to seem slower for any other reason, is I can equip Mog with the Moogle Charm. Maybe I should do that. Did I bring Mog? Yeah, I did. Wow, Whelm is strong. I was hoping to learn some spells for some reason. I just thought it was going to happen. I keep seeing Realm gain levels, which is funny, because she's one of the higher level characters. That one you just have to take the hit to get the chest, don't you? And isn't it nothing? I'm going to find out. Awesome. I think I should do the Moogle Charm. Then this team gets no experience. I'm not interested. I'm gonna just play Moogle. Even though Gao is incredibly high level compared to everyone else. Cella's in particular seems quite low. We're gonna fix that. I saw Justice League yesterday. I happened to have an opportunity for kind of like a date night with my wife, which is really novel, by the way. I was somewhat impressed. I don't think I went in with super high expectations because, with exceptions, I find the DC movies pretty weak. But I was pleasantly surprised. Coming off of Thor Ragnarok, you know, it seemed a little low. But it was really quite good. I don't really understand why it seems to be utterly floundering at the box office. Not utterly floundering, I mean, it's not like they're not making back their budget, but they sure didn't make it back quickly like they do with some films. These fights are a little better than the ones upstairs, I'm finding. I don't know if I always think that or not. Just these guys. What's nice about these guys is that they're not undead, so Shadow can attack like normal. That shouldn't seem very special, I guess, but let's try osmosing. Terra's getting a little low. Then again, there's a save point coming up soon. We could probably win this battle by just holding A. I'm gonna regret saying that. They're gonna zombie someone or something. I could really go for another force shield. I don't know how I'm gonna do Kefka's tower. I mean, I'm gonna have to constantly swap equips or find some other way to... Maybe I'll splurge and get a few extra relics. You can't buy heroes rings, can you? Or you can get them at the auction house. Something to consider. Literally get 6 of them, maybe. I would need to accumulate a lot of money. I'm not doing so well at that in this playthrough. Funny that I give Mog the Ice Rod. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's a fiery cave. But I don't know if anything here is really weak. I guess those plant guys seem to be super weak against ice. I'm getting free Phoenix Downs here. That's nice. It makes sense. I wonder how these guys would do against poison. I think Meteor's gonna make my life a little better. I'm gonna enjoy having something that's multi-target, not reflectable. Especially since at some point I do intend to complete the Fanatic Tower. I haven't thought too much about whether it's possible. I think it is. Worst case, I could always do the Moogle Charm and then just get up to the top. With Phoenix, that shouldn't be too bad. There's some weird visual effect thing possible where you... Is there something about touching a save point and having it turn pink? Some kind of graphic bug? I don't remember how it's done. It's something to do with clearing the lava in that room and touching a save point. Gotta go to sleep now. I still have people. Hey, thank you. And thank you. That's nice to say. Have good sleep. Anyone I know here? When are those spells gonna kick in? I don't know why I'm being so impatient, if that's what I'm being. Given that Sabin is waiting on Cure 3, that's gonna take a while. What about you guys? How are you doing? More than half. Not more than half. There's a fun thing here where you move through there automatically. You don't realize it, but without pushing a button, you move through the path there. Is this the team I want to fight the dragon with? They're the weaker team, I think. I'll do it with the other team. Look at that, Gao's over 2,000 HP now. Oh, Edgar's well under 2,000 HP now. Poor Celis. She's probably my lowest level character, right? And not able to do very much. Oh, that's not too kind. This team gets to walk on the lava. This still looks pretty dangerous. I'm actually taking time in battle to do that this time. I don't know why. I think I could check on, how much learning Sabin and Terra have to do. Terra's got Belgar Mando on after all. Ooh, that's handy. That'd be good on Celis right now, actually. I just like the idea of my white mages not being affected by negative status, because they're the ones who can save everyone else's butts. That's why I've been equipping them that way throughout the game. That should probably wipe the whole encounter without me doing anything else. Do they target the person who did something, or do they target someone random? Because every so often it seems like someone who's an innocent bystander gets needled, but for the most part, not. I guess it's just a combination of actions happening here. You can see I picked pretty ugly palettes for a couple of the custom weapons. I'm not releasing it, who cares? I'll release it to someone who really wants it, but that's about it. Yeah, this team's stronger. We're gonna go fight the dragon. Oh, that was strong. That was nice. Hopefully Shadow doesn't target the Necromancer. He didn't. Not that it's some kind of big deal. Wow. I should do some sorting here. I like all the MP restoring items being in a row. I like games where they auto-index things kind of by purpose. Whatever. Does Red Jacket also give that big HP bonus? It does, doesn't it? No, Red Cap does. Dragon Horn. Does this guy drop an item, or do you just get the Dragon Horn? Oh. That worked that time. Don't really have much in the way of debuffs, so let's break out the damage. Poison is always a nice touch at the start of these boss battles. The poison counter adds up over time quite a bit in the game, so... Oh. Where's Cure 3 when you need it, right? Kiraga. Did I manage to hit him with bio? Oh, that's true. Just do it again. Wait. Oh, I did. Whatever. It's still, I believe, my strongest spell, but Blizzara hits a weakness, so... Oh, that'll be pretty nasty. Well, not on everyone. Do other people use regen in this game? I mean, it's pretty underwhelming when you count the ticks, but... I don't know. I still kind of like it. Too bad you can't get it on every... Oh, well, what's the point of it? Okay. Why do I do these things? Murakumo. That will not do me a lot of good. But I might be able to trade it for something that does. Whoops, I didn't quite hit the button. That flashing pink light has always intrigued me, but I once made the trip back in, you know, before internet and such, just to see what it is, and it's a teleport out. Not exciting. Fairly unique, but not exciting. You don't see that kind of thing really in the game. So the espers die, they turn into magicite, and it's not cracked. And then they die more and it gets cracked? One of very few places where this Forever Rachel song plays. How many are there in the game? 3? It's pretty cool the way Locke's theme is like the upbeat version of it. They did that a few times in these earlier Final Fantasy games. 6 and 7 in particular. It's almost comical the way he said that after that happened. I wonder if that was on purpose. They had to change at least part of that. There was a direct reference to death. That wouldn't have flied with Nintendo. Now, Phoenix, I had to do something to it. I think it's a white magic esper, so I had to remove Fire 3 from it anyway. Which is kind of strange. I like the part where they leave this house. It's happening right now. And Locke says, hang on a second. And Scylla stands there and they have her sprite blinking. For some reason I find that amusing. Blink, 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 blink. Valiant Knife. That's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to use it regularly, but it's going to be fun. Well, we actually have another appointment first. We have an appointment with Narshe. Again. Okay, he's going to be our thief. Our knight is going to be Edgar. Our black mage can be whoever we want. White mage, doesn't really matter. Zealous is super low level. Let's get her keeping busy. That's all fine, I guess. There's no like special equipment she can use to learn magic, right? Okay. You can keep on these things. Why don't we give you a ribbon and the freaking growth egg? Get your level up, Sellers. Get with the program. Okay, and you can just do a thief bracer and maybe even what do I usually do? Different stuff, I guess. How about something to increase damage, something to make us move faster? Let's do that. That'll be fun. So this is actually the party I was talking about earlier. That's kind of like the main character type party. It's by utter coincidence. I just wanted to pick people who could use some level gaining or some spell gaining or whatever. Still a few more dungeons to do. I mean, I have to do Mount Zozo. I have to do Cyan's Subconscious. I have to do Fanatic's Tower. Where else do I gain Espers? There's one here. You know what? I'm not going to get it. I'm going to go for the sword. I say that as a person informed about the nature of this hack, by the way. I like that they included that wink. I don't think this one has anything. I think there's 3 houses with things in it. Wow, he's strong with that. Golly. That's nice. I don't seem to remember exactly where I'm going. This funny shaped house is one of them. I guess I should do that, eh? I never thought about it. But you know what? I haven't been using a lot of shields. I forget if maybe the thief can use it. That would be pretty epic. I think we go for the sword. Normally I'm a bit of a completionist and I hate the gap in the Esper list, but I think there's reasons to go for the sword, again, because I'm the person who layered the hacks here. It makes a sort of sense. So it's way better than Apocalypse. And that's before, you know. Oh, okay, she still doesn't have some kind of boosting. I was just thinking that her healing power was so low. Did I get all the things I wanted to get? I guess so. The Valiant Knife is pretty great. I like that. Like, there's a few short things worth doing that I'll just do before I wrap up today. Since I've said I might wrap up soon, that means that my friend Brian's going to show up. No holding back. We want to look at probably our Murakumo. We can get a Holy Lance for that. Okay, that's both are useless. But getting a super good... Oh, Black Robe. Oh, for White Robe. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if I can win against this guy. If not, I'll save scum again, if that weren't clear. I've got really good M block, if that matters. I'm resistant to death, if that matters. Got a lot of elemental resistance because of the force armor. Ooh, yeah, it didn't matter. Golly, that was not super fun. Oh, no. Rotten. What are we going to do about that? Well, maybe I should just equip the red jacket. Now that I know the enemy here. He has 2 fire attacks. I didn't remember that or anything, but it would seem to me that this is going to go better. preemptive sure worked out for me the first time, though. I had attacked him 4 times, right? Wonder what it would be like getting Go-Go in this hack. I know how his magic would behave, but I don't know how his other commands would behave. Would he have access to pray and flee? Mimic, magic. You wouldn't have access to trance or focus or whatever it's called. Lightbringer. That's gonna be so fun. Neat. Now we're getting pretty overpowered. You know what we should do also? Speaking of Magus Rod from earlier, visit the Opera House. Have some opera. Do I have more than one of those angel wings relics? Probably not. I don't think I need to talk to the impresario. I think I know what to do. You just do that thing where you jump on the audience. What is it, this one? Oh, she's still learning about haste guy. I was like, where's my haste guy? Alright. So what do I want to do? I guess put shell on her? Oh, she has shell. That was dumb. Oh well. That's nice, though. What's the right elemental to use here? Wind, I guess? I don't have any means by which to do that, so... Oh. Well, that's pretty crappy considering I just popped Virgin on her. Whatever. She's the only one who can be hurt here. It's kind of like a... almost a foregone conclusion type battle. This was something I was thinking of doing in the early going. That's a very, very strong attack, though. That can wreck my day. See? Oh. Some things are going wrong now. What's happening? Thankfully, I bought a bunch of Phoenix Downs last time I went into a town, right? That was good of you, Edgar. Oh, that was quick and easy. That's funny that that line is the same, because that's one of those things that I always thought was badly translated. What else is a big deal? Nothing, right? Did I buy what I wanted to buy in Thamasa? They had luminous robes, right? And I got one. There are black robes in the game, and I don't really remember where I get them. I'd like them. Me as well. There's no real reason for him to have a hero's ring as opposed to a Gygas glove, but I think I only have the one Gygas glove, so... Maybe I should go to bed. Preemptives are nice. Let's just do preemptives. Oh, is this one of the places with crystal? Meth? I mean crystal mesh. I mean crystal armor. Oh, that might be good. I forget if the oath veil is significant. I should have popped in here much earlier, just for the shopping. We'll grab an oath veil just in case there's something significant about it. And in the base game, though, in vanilla, it's not really noteworthy. Very windy up where this pigeon is flying. Pigeons don't seem to be in any form of danger in this cruel new world. In fact, there seems to be more of them than ever. Maybe the world has just, you know, become less like the world of balance and more like New York City. No wonder so many people have died. Okay, let's save and probably wrap up here, huh? So close to those. Pretty close to those. That's gonna feel good. It won't be long. It won't be long. But it might be long before I get to play again, unfortunately. With the nature of things, I've got a lot of work to do this week. We'll see. Thanks for joining me. Nice having a little bit of some interesting personalities pop in and chat with me. Thanks.